Today's episode is sponsored by Closer, the app that helps you discover exclusive local deals right here in Sussex. Whether you're after a pint, a haircut, or a last-minute gift, Closer shows you where to go and what you can save, all from the comfort of your phone. It's free to download, easy to use, and packed with offers from the best spots around. Download the Closer app today from the App Store. That's CLOSR. Save money, support local with Closer.
Welcome to the Untold podcast with me. I'm Des. This is Chris.
Good morning, or evening, afternoon.
And this is Ash. No, he's not here.
Hello.
Ash isn't here. Ash is seeing his parents in Spain. So this week, you've just got me and Chris.
Maybe it's Ash that brings the sun to the podcast studio, because every time we come here, it's sunny.
Yeah, that's
raining.
true. It's raining today.
Yeah.
It might be me.
Ash, come back.
I've dressed for the sun. I ain't even got socks on.
Well, you have got a coat on, though.
This is more just token for the outfit.
Oh, okay. I've had to come without a T-shirt on just so I didn't get too hot.
This stays in the car. I put it on as I'm walking in and I take it off as I'm walking out.
I wonder what that smell was.
That's me.
This is what happens when Ash isn't here.
Right. Talk me through your bank holiday weekend, mate. What have you been up to this week?
Nothing really. I just sat on the sofa all weekend just watching TV.
Fair enough.
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the show.
Yeah, bye everybody. Thanks for that. No, I've had a really good weekend, mate. To be fair, started on Friday. Went up to the Belfry, played the PGA Tour on the Friday, put PGA course on the Friday, and then played the Ryder Cup Tour on the Saturday. Then I went to obviously watch Crystal Palace lift the cup at the parade yesterday, which was very, very good. Didn't have much beer yesterday. I was quite disappointed.
Not through choice, though.
Yeah, well, kind of not through choice, because I was with my son who didn't want to drink, and
Yeah. The youth, man. The youth aren't into the beer like we are.
yeah, they don't love the party anymore, do they?
I kind of feel sorry for him, but I'm also a little bit jealous.
Yeah, well, I wasn't jealous yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I did say to my missus, just like on the FA Cup final, I may be back on Tuesday. I was back at about 7:30, 8 o'clock last night.
I was ready to do this podcast on my own.
Yeah. Well, I did tell you last week, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, so maybe it wasn't actually as good a weekend as I thought it was, to be fair. What about you?
Mate. We had my dad was 75 and my niece was 21. They both got the same birthday.
Wow.
So for 21 years, my dad's birthday hasn't existed.
That's a variety of a party if I've ever heard one.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I know. But again, well, no, actually, because she does love a drink, Eves. So, no, it was nice. So we just went up the pub on Sunday afternoon, all the kids, everyone up there. It was lovely for a few hours. But other than that, Saturday, we just sort of potted about. Mate, it's all go. This roadshow coming on Friday.
Got a roadshow?
I've got a roadshow. Well, it's too late now. This will be going out afterwards. So
you had a roadshow?
We've done the roadshow, yeah. But, mate, it's mental. It's mental. I've got to write this whole thing. I think this will be the last one that I do on my own.
Yeah.
I mean, organise it on my own. Because we've got 5 panels. We've got an Amazon group. And, of course, I've been having conversations with them about how their panel will go and how much involvement they want to have and figuring out, like, any gifts they want to give away. We got the TikTok one. And, of course, mate, we're split between kind of 2 agencies, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I want to make sure everyone gets their spotlight. But at the same point, we want to introduce new things to it. And at the same point, me and Luke want to talk about affiliation.
Yeah.
Then we got the Side Hustle, which is Lisa. Now, I can talk about this now because it's gone, but Lisa and Amy are going to announce their collaboration for the first time at the thing. They're launching it. But Amy only flies back from holiday on the Friday. So I'm going to have an iPad, maybe. And if Amy's able to make it, she can come on the iPad and they can announce this thing together.
Nice.
And I was going to do it as a running theme throughout. Oh, is Amy coming? Is Amy coming? I don't think we're going to be doing that.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot to think about in one day, isn't it?
that's it. Then we got the podcast, and of course it was going to be the Untold podcast, but then things happened, and now it's going to be Luke's podcast.
I'll basically let everybody down.
Yeah. Well,
What should I say? My babysitter let everybody down. Yeah.
That's it. But Ash is in Spain till like Thursday night.
Yeah.
So he's going to be exhausted, bless him. So now we're doing it for Luke's. So I've got to make sure Luke gets the spotlight, and it's all of that. And then I've got to memorise 2 speeches, an opening and a closing. And then I've got to think about the event itself, the social, the getting up there to Thursday, the goodie bags that we want to give away. Ron's coming on to do a live masterclass. I want to make sure that he gets the credit he deserves for that. Do Not Age have just messaged me. We want to come and we'll bring some goodie bags. We've got the sponsors coming up. Mate, it's mental. So this weekend was me and ChatGPT laying it all out.
All right, Ash.
I know.
So I had a fun weekend and you just had a really busy one then.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That's my life. And so, mate, I've run these 2 road shows fairly quickly, back to back, 3 months apart. I'm going to have a break.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a break.
What did you get one of those holidays? Reply back from one of them holiday things, did you?
No, I never. I can't believe they didn't.
Gutted.
That's my loving
Gutted.
offer. I had one company ring me back. Des, I just want to check you're not one of these knobhead influencers that wants a free holiday, are you?
Would you say yeah?
I'll pay, yeah. How much? 50p?
Yeah, I don't mind paying for my travel.
When do you want this holiday? Right in the middle of August. For no money, please.
Not a chance,
Thank
mate.
you.
Not a chance.
But I think what would be good, mate, why don't we talk about how leaving your job has gone for you?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, I thought that was
Because I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even really begin to put it into words what it's actually done. Like, it is difficult to explain. It's really difficult to explain. I was really nervous about doing it. I've been wanting to do it for months and months and months. And then I had the opportunity to be able to do it and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to just give it a go. What have I got to lose? Someone said to me, I can't remember who it was, it might have even been you. You've still got the tools. Why don't you just quit the job, go and do it full time, see if it works. If it doesn't work, then you've not missed out on the opportunity.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been me.
And you can go back and get the tools back out the garage and start all over again because you got that trade. And I can't remember who it was, but someone said it to me. And it
I would have
literally
told you to burn the tools
it
and
just
throw them off a cliff and stuff.
clicked. Well, that's kind of what I wanted to do, to be fair, because it's negative in my head that I've got those there. It's going to all go tits
Safety
up.
net,
But
innit? Yeah.
somebody put it into those terms for me, and I thought to myself, do you know what? They've got a point. I'm not getting any younger. I'm only getting older every day, and I've got a 3-year-old son that is doing exactly what I'm doing. He's getting older every day, and I'm going to miss out on the opportunities I'm going to miss with him otherwise. And what is it? This is my 4th week now, or 5th. Maybe this might even be my 5th week, actually. I mean, that's how bad it is. I can't even remember when I give up.
How quick has that gone?
Yeah. And to be honest, I haven't even really gone really into depth of what I should be doing by now. But it's been amazing, mate. I mean, obviously FA Cup winners in that month has been amazing, but it's really just been what it's given me with my family, mate. I feel like I've got a close relationship with my missus again. Because obviously I was just doing lives in the evenings and never spending any time with her and stuff like that and working all day. I feel like the relationship with my son is just phenomenal. You know, like I get to see him every morning. I go live till 8 o'clock in the morning. I was live till 8 o'clock this morning. I came in the house and he's in the lounge and first thing he done, sprinted across the room, gave me a massive cuddle and a kiss. And I never got to do that in the daytime when I was at work, you know, full time. I am very lucky that, you know, I'm in a position where I do get traffic on my TikTok page and I do make money and I don't have to worry about, I mean, don't get me wrong, there is days where I do worry. I went live the other day and had 4 people in the live for nearly 15 minutes. And let me tell you something, that puts the willies up you when you've quit your job.
I must have been going live at the same time.
Probably what it was,
Everyone was watching me. That's
it was weird, mate. It was weird. It's weird how it was. I'm not going to lie, I was petrified, but
I bet.
It's just been amazing. And, you know, I don't talk about money a lot, but even just going full time and doing it, it's just almost like it's given me this new found, not want, but it's the need to earn on TikTok now.
That's it.
You know, it was a side hustle before. Now it is my job.
It's your job.
I don't have the choice of, oh God, my alarm's going off at 5:30 in the morning. I'm not getting up. I'm going back to sleep. I don't have that option anymore because I haven't got the income coming in every month. So my alarm went off this morning. I'm not gonna lie, it went off at 20 to 6 because I set it at 20 to 6 last night instead of 5:30.
Oh.
And I usually get up at 5:30, but I
it's
looked
only 10 minutes.
I looked at it and I thought, I can't be arsed this morning. Maybe I'll just go on at like 7:15 or 10 to 7 or something just for an hour. And I thought, no, what are you doing? You can't do that. You get to spend the whole day doing whatever you want. If you get up now, go live till 8, you can spend the whole day doing whatever you want and you got to do your live again this evening. So I jumped downstairs, went to the toilet, brushed my teeth, done my hair, made me look pretty, and then jumped out into the studio and there I was. Done my work for the day.
Hey, very good. All right.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Yeah, mustn't grumble. It's almost like someone's flicked a switch.
Yeah.
TikTok have gone, right, actually this geezer means business now. Let's make his lives a little bit
Mate,
better.
that's exactly what happens when you're consistent and you've got a time slot that other people ain't doing. That's what happens.
The thing is, I have been very consistent as well. Like I do it every day that I said I'm going to do it, I do it. The only times I ever don't is if I'm away and I can't actually physically do it.
Yeah, of course.
But it is. I mean, we tell everyone, don't we? You got to be consistent. Most people, I think, I just get pissed off at that word. I know when I first started out on TikTok, it used to drive me out the wall. Be consistent, be consistent. Well, I'm being fucking consistent, but I'm still not making any money.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting sick of people telling me to be consistent and blah blah blah, and post these 2 or 3 videos every single day for blah blah blah. And well, it's not working.
No.
But it does. It does. One day it will get picked up. Well, I hope it does for everybody. But
Mate,
you do see most people eventually look at, like, I mean, I won't talk about it too much because that's in the past. But the original group that we started working with, 6 months down the line, a lot of those are now making money because they were consistent. But yeah, I mean, in a long about short way, it's been brilliant, mate.
That's it. We're finding it with our cohort now. It seems to be 6-7 months. We did this on the webinar last week, the TikTok sponsored webinar. Thank you very much.
Well done on that, by the way.
Thank you.
I was going to listen, but I was playing golf, so I didn't.
Doesn't sound like you're being very consistent, does it? But that was the message. That was exactly the message. You're going to get pissed off with the fact that you need to be consistent, but you've got to stay in the room, because if you stay in the room, you can't lose. You can't. Nobody can break the person that keeps showing up. It's impossible. But mate, no, I'm absolutely buzzing for you. But I think it is important to go back through that little roller coaster of emotions, because you and I, we've both quit our jobs in the last year, and you and I, we both had the statistics to show that we could do it.
Yeah.
But we were both hesitant to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. And I think it was taken out of my control, a lot of what happened with me, when I can talk about that another day. But in my head, I was going to go, right, if I earn that much, I'll go down to 4 days a week. Then I'll go down to 3 days a week. Then I'll go down to 2 days a week, blah, 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 blah. I think in hindsight, that was never going to work.
Yeah.
In hindsight, there was always going to be a breaking point where I was just going to go, you know what? No, done.
Well, that's exactly what but I mean, my voice noted the group chat, didn't I, before saying I'm going to cut down to 3 days instead of 5, and then I ended up working 5 days a week for about another 6 weeks, and it just never happens, does it?
No,
Because
it didn't.
when you're not doing it, someone always goes, well, you're still doing that, so come and do this as well. Like, and it's just impossible, isn't it?
Exactly. There was a bloke who was an Amazon seller. He literally sat me down with a whiteboard. Yeah, it was a new whiteboard, so we were showing it off. But he had this whiteboard, and he was saying to me, look what you've earned in the last 12 months, and you've done it on 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Now throw 7 hours a day at it. He said, you will earn more in this year than you have ever earned in your life.
Yeah.
And then I saw a post from Jack, and I'd only met Jack at one time at this point, or I'd had a phone call with him at one point. I saw a post from him saying, if you've got a 3-month notice period, put your notice in, and then see what you can do in 3 months. Now, I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. I was in a lucky position where I'd been building up for 2 years, you know what I mean? But even then, I was terrified. And when, especially PAYE boy, my payslip was taken for granted. You know, I could have a pony month at work.
Yeah.
Literally just cover the bases, and I'd get the same amount of money as if I worked really hard.
Yeah.
And when that last payslip hit, and Claire said to me, right, can we cover the bills? And we got to think about the remortgage in about 6 months' time. I'm like, shit. All right. And then you kind of get to work. But ironically, around about that point is when we started shifting from Amazon to TikTok, so things kind of dipped and went through. And we're kind of just coming out the other end now. But I think you hit the nail on the head, mate. The relationship I've got with my kids now is unbelievable. Especially my third born, Tommy. So we're going up to Claire's folks on Wednesday, and then she and I were driving up to Manchester on Thursday, and we're going to Thursday night, Friday night away. The last time we spent any time away from Tommy was our honeymoon in January 2022. It's nearly 3 years. And even last night, I don't want you to go, because he can't remember a time.
Yeah.
What a lovely problem to have, right?
It is, isn't it?
Bearing in mind his older brother and sister, I only see him 7 days out of 14.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing, but yeah.
It is. It's one. It's you kind of like. I know you'll remember this, but when we do the Zoom calls and stuff, like back in October when we first started, I've always had my reason why. Always. That's why I've always said that he's my reason why.
Yeah.
The only reason that I've carried on going through all of the rough times and TikTok and all the shit and the broken pages and stuff is because I knew that I could give him a better life. And that's been it. And I said to my missus this morning, like she's obviously just joined a TikTok shop. She's trying to do videos and stuff. She's saying she's not got enough time and everything, and she doesn't know how she can find that time. And I just said to her, I said, watch this. Reason why? And I called him, and he went, huh? Because he didn't know that's what he's called. And I said, come here. And he come like shuffling in like the dog, because the dog's in the hallway, he's pretending to be the dog. And I said, look, there's my reason why. That's how I find time. You know, she was like, oh yeah, but you always used to moan. I was like, yeah, but I always used to moan, but I still did it. I still found the time to do it because I wanted to do it for him. So I said, there's now that is your reason why. So you need to find that. And it is important to find that. But when your kids do see, like he knows now that I'm doing it for him. I've made it obvious. I've made it very clear that Daddy's at home, and I've given my job up to work at home so that I can be there for him. It just gives you this just sense of fulfillment in yourself much more. Like, don't get me wrong, I did used to like my job for like the banter side of things, but I used to go to work, and every minute I was there, I didn't want to be there.
No.
You know, I said a minute ago I was playing golf Friday, Saturday. I was in Birmingham playing golf. I was away from my family. Yesterday I was at the celebration for the FA Cup, Crystal Palace win the FA Cup.
Sorry.
You know, my wife, I think that everybody that sees me, that speaks to me, probably says, he spends a lot of time away from home. I don't like being away from home. No. That Friday, I could have quite easily played golf on the Friday lunchtime and come home Friday evening and just not play golf on the Saturday. And unless Crystal Palace did win the FA Cups, because they won the FA Cup on Saturday, last Saturday, I wouldn't have been away on that day, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I actually do miss my family. And I never really did when I was at work. I just wanted to be at home. But because I've got that relationship, I build that relationship. Because when you have kids, you kind of lose a relationship with your missus, don't you? Of
course.
Because there's so much going on. You kind of just become mum and dad.
Yeah, you don't
get the caregivers, don't you? Like,
yeah, that's it.
Sit and have dinner together, and then you go to bed and you get up and repeat the whole day.
Especially now, mate. My oldest is 11. So by the time she goes to bed, we're ready to go to bed as well. You know
exactly,
what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, it is brilliant. It is brilliant. If anyone's genuinely thinking about giving up their job, if you can, I've had a few DMs recently because obviously I've done a post the day that I finished work from work. I've had quite a few DMs from people saying, "What
did you say?
Oh,
See you later, you mugs."
No, I was on my own actually. I was on my own. It's just, I did say that in my head. Obviously, I drove past the office going, "Fuck you!" But no, I've had quite a few DMs of people saying, "Oh, like, is it easy to quit your job? How did you know when you should quit it?" Quit your job when you know you can earn enough money to cover what you're earning now. That's the only time. Like loads of people said to me, "Just quit your job, man. You're making this much money. Quit your job. Just quit it." Blah 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 blah. It's easy for people to sit on the outside and say, "Quit your job."
Yes.
When they don't know what is going on behind the scenes of your house or in your own head or whatever. Like, we've all got our own feelings. We've all got our own issues.
And that's really important. But I think it's also vital to say, in your situation, yes, because business-wise, there's no overheads for you.
No.
If you run a cash flow style business, you've got to say, right, yeah, can you make enough money to replace your wage, and can you afford to take that out of your cash flow as well? TikTok Shop's perfect. Mate,
honestly, this is the thing, right? So I'm earning really good money, right? Really good money. I haven't got, I mean, the most money I spend is driving to this podcast every week. That is my outgoings. I have to put diesel in my van. I've still got the van. I'm looking to get rid of it. If anyone wants to buy a transit van, ring me up. I don't have to do anything. I don't need business insurance. I don't need tools. I don't need diesel. I don't need van insurance. I don't need to pay wages anymore. I don't need to replace things that go wrong every week. You know, if one of my sandals or something broke, it's like £800.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go straight to the decorators merchants, get another one in because we need it on the job. And it happens all the time, you know. If one of the sprayers breaks down, it's a reoccurring cost to get fixed. I didn't realise how much I don't have to pay out.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Honestly, it is mental. I reckon my outgoings probably for insurances and fuel and everything were probably best part of £1,000 a month.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And I haven't got that at all anymore. No, all I've got to do is just add on to the electricity bill a little bit.
That's it, which now you can reclaim partially back on VAT.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is crazy. The TikTok side hustle is the best one.
Everyone says to me, oh, so what do you do? Do you have to like buy all the products and you got like a load of stock and everything? Must be a right pain packing it all up. And we're like, no, mate, just put a link at the bottom of the video.
Yeah.
Or like, just put a link in the live and all people do is click on it and you get a percentage of commission.
Man, and you'd be amazed. We're onboarding brands at the moment that aren't on TikTok Shop and they don't understand that. Like, well, okay, what do you want with these samples? Do we send them all to your house? No,
Yeah.
it's fine, don't worry about it. Just get fulfilled the normal way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. But even as an agency, there still aren't many overheads. The way that we're doing it, I mean, if you've got an office and staff and stuff like that, yeah, of course. But I mean, we're using VAs and me and Luke are doing most of the work, you know what I mean? Or Claire. But yeah, it is nuts, mate. But the freedom it takes some getting used to. And I think that's really important. I think the main thing, and I say this because Luke called himself quit your 9 to 5 for years and years. But Luke will be the first to tell you he didn't really have what you'd call a traditional job very long. He worked in sales, he worked at the football club, he worked, and then he got his Amazon business sort of thing, and his dad was an entrepreneur, so Luke sort of...
Was he a mascot at the football club? Sorry, he won't listen to this.
Yeah. He, and I've said to him, I went, look, when you got the kids and the mortgage and stuff like that, quitting your job, especially me, mate, public sector, I was whole bill. You don't get sacked from the old bill unless you were an absolute wrong 'un. It's the safest job in the world. So even leaving the old bill to the civil service, mate, that was a risk. People were like, oh, what happens if there's redundancies? Yeah. Come on, it's fine. But then quitting, you don't just, especially in the PAYE, you don't just lose your salary, you lose your sick pay. Yeah. Of course, mate, you never had sick pay, did you?
Nothing.
So you lose your annual leave. Your pension's always taken care of. If something ever happened to me, Claire would get a lump sum. That's gone. Critical illness cover, life insurance. Sometimes people have private health. All of that stuff down the toilet, gone completely. National insurance is taken care of. It's all these things just meant to keep you safe. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, they're keeping you safe, but are they actually letting you break away and do something better for yourself?
Exactly. No, they're not.
No.
It's in their interest to keep you safe.
Of course it is, yeah.
And just keep you enough. Just enough. But now I've gone, exactly that. People seem, when I talk about the school run, I never moan about the school run, even though my school run is long.
Yeah.
I have to leave.
It's proper long as well.
It's proper
it?
long. I leave about 2:15. I don't get back to about 4:30. And I don't moan about it because I know how lucky I am to do the school run.
Yeah.
I know there's been times where I've had to get someone to cover me so I can go and pick up the kids, or my mum and dad would have to do it. But now, no, I'll do it. It's fine. It's just I'll stop work at 2. I'll start work again at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
How lovely is that, man? Today's such a big day because it's the day after a bank holiday Monday and it's half term. These were the days I fucking hated going to work.
Yeah, and we're both here.
And then we're both here.
We're both sitting here.
Working.
We should be at home, yeah.
But it is one of those, mate. I don't know about you, but I just kind of fell into work. It was just something that I knew I had to do. Growing up, get some education, go work. Never really thought about what is it you want to do.
Yeah, to be fair, the people that know me very well, they kind of know that I've found my thing. They knew it before I'd even found it myself. I must have had, I reckon if I counted up on my hands, I'd run out of fingers for jobs by probably about the number 10. I reckon I've probably had 20 different careers in the last 20 years, 25 years.
Oh, yeah.
I've been a barman. I've done wood shavings, spreading for chicken farms. I've worked in hotels. I've worked at Sainsbury's. I've worked as a decorator, a tiler, a carpenter. Just loads and loads of different jobs. Just because I never could be asked to do anything like about doing something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Got into the trades because I'm a bloke, and I thought, well, if I don't know what I'm going to do, I might as well learn a trade. And then kind of just went through it. I tried to be a plumber once as well, and that was too boring, so I gave that up. But always when I was at school, I wanted to be on TV. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a television presenter.
Yeah.
Kids presenter, actually, when I was like in my teens. I mean, looking at kids presenters now, there is no fucking way I would be a kids presenter.
Like Rolf?
I couldn't think of it. No, I'm not back in them days. I'm talking about the ones nowadays, yeah. Yeah, not like Rolf Harris or Jimmy Savile or anything like that. But no, I look at them now and I think I could never have done that. Like I was a bit of a funny character when I was young, but I could never be all that hyped up person. But now I've kind of got onto TikTok and I look at, some nights I look at, sometimes I'm on the live. Like the other night I had a really funny live, right? We've got these flash sales that we're doing at the moment, and there was a lady in there called Joanne. She was trying to get something at this flash sale price. So I managed to get her 3 deals at this price, and she missed out, but three other people got them. And I was laughing my head off, and everyone was going, "Oh no, Joanne," in the comments, and it became this little bit of a thing. So I said, "Right, Joanne, look, I've got access to another load. I'll set another deal up for you, but you make sure you get this one." And I'll put the 3 on. Come on, Joanne, come on! And everyone in the chat's going, "Come on, Joanne, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it." Guess what? She missed out again, right? But I caught myself in the camera with a massive smile on my face, and I realised to myself, actually, I'm kind of doing what I wanted to do when I was a kid, because although I'm not on TV, I am on the modern day equivalent to a TV, aren't I? Because people watch their phones more than they watch their TVs.
Yeah.
So I am a presenter on TikTok, I suppose you could call it, because it's presenting the brand or whatever. But I feel like I have kind of found what I was looking for all those years. It's a really weird, really. I mean, I spoke about it with Polly, one of our ladies on our community.
Love Polly.
That I always wanted to be on TV, and she was like, "You've done it. You know, you're kind of on TV now." And it's like I've almost fulfilled a dream of mine without even meaning to fulfill it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If there's anybody watching or listening that is on a TV program or like part of any broadcasting channel, DM me.
Chris wants to do kids TV.
Yeah. No, not kids TV. Something like Top Gear if it ever comes out again. I'll have the insurance payout. But yeah, honestly, it's.
I always thought you looked like Mr. Tumble.
It's a mad one. Yeah, don't.
Sorry.
Sorry. You're a shining star. Can't believe I just did that.
Mate, there was a lot worse you could have done.
But yeah, honestly, it's weird. It's really strange how like life has just completely flipped upside down. And I'm a much nicer person.
Yeah.
Much nicer person to be around.
Mate, I love that you say that. That's really, and you're right. Throughout school, I got sent to stage school for a couple of years when I was a kid. I was always the one who was in the school play. I was always the one that would sing at the school thing.
But you was Billy Elliot, weren't you?
I was Billy Elliot.
Was you actually?
Yeah. Only gayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I even up until like 20s, I used to sing. I used to sing at like cabaret shows. I used to sing at drag shows.
Well, come on then. I've just done a Mr. Tumble impression.
No, it's better than me. I was the token straight act at a drag show. I had an agent and all sorts. If you had told me that, I would have been 20, 21 years old then. If you then said, in 10 years' time, that geezer's going to be a civil servant, working in financial institutions,
yeah,
piss off.
Gone from having fun to being bored out of your life every day.
That's it.
Yeah.
Out of some sense of duty, for some reason, I just to fall in line.
Yeah.
And I gave all that up, and all I would do was just do karaoke when I was steaming with my mates from the football club from time to time.
Can I just ask? I'll just bump it in there. Did you go from that to that because of the noise around you? Was it because people were saying that you should get a proper job and maybe like?
Not really. It's an interesting point. So my family were all very traditional.
Yeah.
Even though it was my family the ones that sent me to stage school. Even when I'm doing now, they're like, "I don't know how you did that." I'm like, "You joking? You sent me to stage school? What, you surprised that I'm flamboyant here? What's going on here?" So I went to university because I felt like I should go to university. And to do that, I ended up working at Amex because university fees had kicked in by the time I went. And then I went to work for Virgin on the airlines, which was the best of both worlds, you know. I mean, I could mince up and down the plane.
I mean, you have gone from one extreme to the other, haven't you?
It's
like
nuts, isn't it?
The career path you started at to where you are now is just so polar opposites.
It's gone, isn't it? So, yeah, there would be me camping it up on the planes. Loved that job. But I'm being told back home at that point, that's not a career.
Yeah.
You're away too much. I was missing all of the social events. I was 23, 24, missing everything that was going on. That's prime party years, isn't it? Yeah. And I wasn't there because I was in the Caribbean having a terrible time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So after 2 years, I pissed everything down the toilet. I'd already come out of university with a load of debt. And then I found myself in a job where you're on the other side of the world with a bunch of young people going out every night. I was in so much debt after a couple of years. That's when I went, all right, I'll join the police. That was the flip, mate. 180. From cabin crew to police. And then I was in serious jobs. And it took me all this time. And I would see these people, mate, when Logan Paul, Amanda Cerny, King Batch, I would see PewDiePie. These were like the YouTubers that started making it big, and I'm seeing their money, and I'm thinking, I'm all right at this. I know I'm all right at this. And then I see people that were pony making it through. You seen some of Mr. Beast's early videos? Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I could have a go at this. Why aren't I doing this? And I started dabbling in it here, there, and everywhere. And I never found really a passion. It was a kind of a weight loss thing, because a lot of them were making money sort of playing FIFA.
Yeah.
And I thought, those days are gone.
No one's going to want to watch me losing 8-0 every
Exactly.
game, are they?
If
Yeah.
it was 1997, mate, no one could touch me with Dion Dublin up front. But then I came into this doing the 200, £100,000 challenge because I had to do it. You know what I mean? It was that I was passionate about that because it was my bloody life. And it just all of a sudden it's flipped. You're right. I am now. If you looked at me at 20 years old and you say that geezer would be doing TikToks, helping people do TikToks, that would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it is mad, isn't it, how things change, how your life changes so much. I mean, my sister-in-law, Katie, she always used to moan at her. She always used to be on TikTok. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're 40 years old, sort your life out. And my missus as well, she was like, through COVID, I can remember sitting outside the front with the neighbours because you used to be able to sit in your front garden getting pissed, didn't you, every day? My missus used to be over the other side of the road on the curb by the woods with my neighbour's little girl, and they'd be doing little dances to TikTok videos, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, this is so embarrassing. Someone pass me another beer. and I used to just abuse everyone for being on TikTok. Like, what are you, like, just get off of there, stop wasting your time. And then all of a sudden, I'm on TikTok all the time.
Yeah.
You know, walked upstairs the other day and they went, oh, all I see is you on the FYP now all the time on there. Like, even my mates say, I can't believe you stuck with it. Chris Stewart stuck with TikTok, something that you're going to be doing that every day. Like, and you've even made it your full-time job.
Mate, you're on it a lot. You're on my FYP more than ever.
Am I?
Yeah. It's good, mate. You can tell you've gone proper to town on these.
I'll be on it even more soon, mate. Yeah. When I actually decide to actually start working properly.
But it's inspiring, man. Me and Luke had a conversation yesterday and said, look, we need to be posting more. I saw Cam Eastie. He's now just doing 20-second posts on a brand new account, built it up to 6,000 followers. And he's not talking about anything, but he's engaging and he's good. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, I'm engaging, I'm good. I should be just talking nonsense about my car and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. This is what people get lost in, don't they? They think you just have to do one thing on TikTok. TikTok goes out to millions of people.
Yeah.
Not everyone's interested in the one thing you might be talking about now. Look, it's like the podcasts. We've got podcasts that do better than others. That's because people are interested in more in other ones than they are others, you know? So just because you do shop videos doesn't mean you can't do normal videos. And normal videos can do shop videos and anything.
What? You're right. Let's do a social experiment. I'm going to do a TikTok right now. Me and you, while we're recording. Hello, everyone. Me and Chris are here.
Morning.
This is the Untold podcast. Give us a follow, will you? Cheers. That'll be a TikTok.
Bit short. You could have gone for a couple more words there, like we're recording or something. You know, we're talking about our day and.
All right.
No, I'm joking.
No, we're
just keep it as it is.
We're going again. Hello, everyone. Hang on, block the microphone. I've got a new phone, by the way. Hello, everyone. It's Chris.
Morning, everybody.
We're in the studio. We're recording a podcast. We are live right now. Have a listen next Tuesday. No, I won't see you then. And you see me and him making this TikTok, talking about making a TikTok, even though I can't say the word TikTok. This post is pony. This ain't going out.
We'll just forget about that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you. What I always say, you should always watch your TikToks at least 5 or 6 times before you post them. It's a little training episode there.
That's it. Well, that's social experiment.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've just probably lost every follower I've ever had on my TikTok as well now.
I'm going to go home and write a CV. I think I better get my job back.
Get that police officer's job back. Probably not allowed though now you've been on TikTok.
Mate, they hate me. Yeah, they hate me. Although I saw someone the other day, it turns out my boy goes to school with someone that I used to work with. And she saw me. She went, you're coming up in the world now, aren't you? I went, am I? She went, yeah. Which is lovely that's how my old work now seems.
Yeah. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's one of the nice things about when on site as well. Like when I first started doing it, everyone used to take the piss out of me, and then the noise started slowly dying away a little bit, and the piss taking started going. You're actually making money doing that then? Yeah, that's right, yeah. Well, how much are you making? Well, I'm not telling you how much I'm making, but you've asked me if I'm making money, and I've said yes. Oh, all right then, well, you're obviously not making enough, because why would you be doing 2 jobs? Well, I've got a plan, mate. I'm going to try and get some savings in the bank so that I can quit my job, but didn't tell them that. And then when I told the lad that worked for me that I was going to go full time. He was like, oh, I'm surprised you've waited this long, to be fair, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So it was quite nice that other people could see that it was they obviously thought I was doing well rather than what I thought about myself. Because it's taken a lot longer for me to think I'm doing well for myself than it has other people.
And that's it, mate. We speak so horribly about ourselves to ourselves. If we thought how other people, Polly's a perfect example. I wish Polly could listen to the advice that Polly gives other people.
100%, yeah.
Because she's amazing.
Yeah, she like honestly on the Friday night club the other night when we were talking about and her daughter was like, oh God, like she came on my live and I gave her a shout out. She was like, oh my God, he knows you. Like he gave you a shout out, Mum. Like what's all that about? Well, it's because she's a bloody amazing woman.
Polly's a legend.
Like, she helps so many other people out. You know, like it's like you say, the confidence levels that we see from people is just phenomenal. And I mean, we had a chat, didn't we? We had a coffee about a month or two ago. And we both walked away from that chat feeling different.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah, I liked you before that chat.
I've come away from that feeling so much more confident about myself. I was going to say the same thing before you said it, to be fair, but you beat me to it. But it does take time, you know, like we sit here now, like confident. I come across very confident now. I know that. I can tell that by the way I'm just talking now.
Yeah.
Compared to the first podcast we done, I don't shut up now. The first one, I didn't even talk.
Yeah.
You know, but it does take a long time. I've been on TikTok for over 18 months. It probably took me 14 months to turn around and just have a little brainwave and go, actually, just be yourself, be confident.
I think the thing that changed in me and you, mate, is that we both started actually listening to each other.
Yeah.
You and I, we've never bullshitted each other.
No.
And we always come from the place where I know what I'm going to say to you might sound manipulative, blah, 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 blah. We always say that to each other.
Yeah.
But we've never bullshitted each other.
Yeah.
That coffee a couple of months ago, we listened.
Yeah.
And we believed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just the confidence levels if you're not confident now and you're on TikTok, if you carry on pursuing it, 100% you'll be way more confident in 6 months to 12 months time.
Absolutely right.
And you'll be a different person for the better.
It will be the person that you left behind in childhood.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, there are some dickheads that appear on TikTok. You might go into there thinking you're a nice person and
they were dickhead kids as well.
Being a bit big-headed and
yeah, they were dickheads at school.
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah. But it does change some people, but just try not to change too much.
That's the thing. But everybody's desperate for money, and we get that. And a lot of people start seeing a bit of money, and they start getting selfish about how they can grab more, and they forget who they are, or they become their true selves, which was a big.
And where they've come from, I think that's important. You always remember where you come from, and the people that have helped you out as well. Don't think you're bigger than anybody else.
No,
nobody
definitely.
is better than anybody else.
Nobody is better than anyone else. I'll tell you what. One of the things that I'm going to be talking about now, the roadshow is going to be next week. My closing speech is. We're going to lean on the themes of the day, and I'm going to kind of orchestrate that I know what the themes of the day are going to be, and it's going to be consistency and staying in the game and resilience and all that stuff, but we're going to have it across multiple different sort of formats. And I'm going to say, look, stay in the game, and when you start winning, realise who it is you are. And when you found the thing that makes you win, carry on doubling down on that thing. Don't then look at shiny object syndrome somewhere else. But when you do start winning, just look forward. Don't look sideways, because some people are going to be happy for you. Some people are going to be angry with you for no reason whatsoever. Some people are going to be bitter, and then some people are going to copy you.
Yeah.
And you get so caught up with the people behind you that are copying you, you end up looking sideways or you end up looking back, and you become obsessed with those people when you're on a forward path.
Yeah.
And I have to tell myself that a lot, especially these last couple of weeks. And I said it to Luke. I showed Luke the speech and said, this is what I'm going to be talking about. And he went, I need to hear that and all. Because it's so true, mate. It's so true. There are people that, perfect example. And I'll tell you what, going back a little bit, we're talking about quitting our job. I spoke to a guy last week who runs a brand, Amazon private label seller. I taught him Amazon. He then went off and did private label, launched the brand on Amazon, absolutely flying, launched it on TikTok. Spoke to him last week. And I said to him, close to quitting your day job now, because he's older than us. And he's in some decent consultancy job. And he went, I don't need to. He said, I work in sales. I've just signed a long-term deal. The commission is out of this world. I'm making about 400 grand a month in revenue on Amazon at the moment. So you could argue he's getting 10 to 20% of that, probably sharing with a business partner, and they're scaling up. They want $500,000 per month by Q3, and they're on track. And he said, I've got no interest in quitting my job. That's fine. I'm like, mate, good for you. You don't have to quit your job. You know what I mean? If you're happy, and his kids are grown up and all that sort of stuff. So that's perfectly fine with him. But what I love about him is that he doesn't care about other things or other people. He's just moving on. Really inspiring stuff, mate. Really inspiring. Lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a question.
Just got too inspired there, didn't you?
Talking about the fact that I helped this geezer start on Amazon.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that'll do, mate, don't you?
I think that's a good one.
I think it is. Right. So, quit your job or don't. It's up to you.
Go full time on TikTok or don't.
Or don't.
It's up to you. Be a better person or
Yeah,
don't.
Or don't.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
No, it's
Get a job on CBBS.
It is it's just important. Whatever you do in life, just be yourself.
That's it. Right. We'll see you next week. Ash will be back.
Hopefully.
We're not going to give up. We're not going to give away what's happened to Ash while he's been in Spain.
Yeah, we'll let him tell that story.
But he might be wearing a hat. Right, in the meantime, I'm Des.
I'm Chris.
Tell your friends, share the word. We're still growing. We're still only, 2-3 months in. This podcast is going places. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Ciao.